job is to try to do whatever I can for the people that are with me, right? The people that are in the foxhole, the coaches that are in the foxhole with me, is I got to do whatever I can to fight for those people, for my family, for everything from that perspective. And kind of, and
he's either trying to parlay this into a new contract or he's gone. He's already taken this job.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Sherrone Moore, Jim Harbaugh, the Michigan coaching search, some new details that came out on Moore himself. I mean, oh, man, this sounds like this is just getting worse, to be honest with you. Justin Spiro posted, when was this? Yesterday, late last night, actually. Sherrone Moore is one of the least sympathetic figures ever caught in a situation like this. I've seen the messages. I've seen him try to arrange meetings with married women and total strangers. At least 2 women believed they were in a relationship with him well for, if we're including his wife and secretary. So he was seeing 3 other women besides his actual wife. Michigan had known about his issues for at least 18 months. This is the shit that, as a Michigan fan, pisses me off. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a while. They tried talking to him. He didn't listen. Anyway, it goes on from there. But, I mean, that's crazy. Dude just had women everywhere. So, Jim Harbaugh, he did have some interaction with Sherrone Moore. He was on the Dan Patrick show, and he made the following comments. He had the interaction, by the way, over text. All right, but interaction nonetheless.
You said you were still processing the Sherrone Moore situation. What are you processing? What is going through your head or trying to understand?
Yeah, it's really still don't have my head wrapped around it, Dan. It's a tragedy, and just praying for all concerned. I love my alma mater, love Michigan, but I love the Chargers too. And I'd be doing a disservice if I wasn't putting all my focus on this game. This is the most important game for us.
When's the last time you talked to Sherrone Moore?
Haven't early December, but I have texted him.
Nothing since he was arrested.
Just text.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
How are his spirits?
I think it's a tragedy. It's the worst days of his life, and keep it together and take care of your family. That's that's the message, and getting spiritual guidance, is really critical.
Are you helping Michigan at all find their head coach?
No, I'm not. All focus is on the Dallas Cowboys.
Interesting. Interesting. I do wonder about that last part. I'm not going to lie. So he's saying he's texted with him, spiritual guidance. We all know Jim Harbaugh's a pretty religious dude, grounded dude, big time family man. I mean, I couldn't think of a more polar opposite. I'm still somewhat in disbelief that this dude had even been on Jim's staff, on his coaching staff. I'm still taking it, but Jim Harbaugh is my favorite coach. And I'm a Niners fan and a Wolverines fan, so I've had a lot of Jim Harbaugh as a coach. And I just like the eccentricness and the quirkiness, and that entire Harbaugh family is just, I think, really interesting. But it's God, it's just crazy. I mean, how do you not? And look, I've got friends that I know have, uh, I had a buddy of mine that stepped out a few times, and we were best friends, and I didn't know it for years. And him and I were literally best friends, did not know he was stepping out. You know, you just don't know. It's something people do off the record. They don't talk to anybody about it. It's wild. So the coaching search, right? This is where we're at. Jeff Brom, Eli Drinkowitz, Jed Fish, Kenny Dillingham, Clark Lea, and that's by way of ESPN's Pete Thamel, Dan Wetzel, and Reese Davis. Okay? Now, another interesting group. This is by way of the USA Today. They cover the Georgia Bulldogs. Glenn Schumann is a top candidate for Michigan, along with Ohio State defensive coordinator Matt Patricia. No. Former LSU coach Brian Kelly, I suspected that. Indiana defensive coordinator Bryant Haynes. And, of course, Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and everybody knew that is a thing. Now, I'm going to tell you what's really interesting. Kenny Dillingham was asked about this job. Listen to this.
I think my job is to try to do whatever I can for the people that are with me, right? The people that are in the foxhole, the coaches that are in the foxhole with me, is I got to do whatever I can to fight for those people, for my family, for everything from that perspective. And kind of, and I love it here. I've said that since day one. That's absolutely never changing. Absolutely never changing. So, yeah, that piece is never changing.
Okay. I'd only caught like the first 10 seconds of that, and I stopped it once I heard him talking and his voice inflection and the nervousness, and I said, oh, I need to stop this so the rest of the reaction can be on camera. If I'm being completely honest, two things are happening here. He's either trying to parlay this into a new contract or he's gone. He's already taken this job. He was nervous as hell, and he never said, no, I'm staying here. I'm always going to love it here. I mean, and the reaction to that, if you went down and looked in the comments, there's a lot of, he's gone. He's out of there. Oh, yeah, go blue. We got him. This is really interesting. He is talking like a guy that is taking another job. Again, maybe just trying to get another big contract, a big bump. But he's awfully jittery. The way he's talking, the way he's looking around, the way he's looking down, the way he just does not give a denial in any way. No denial at all. Kalen DeBoer is still. I read an article right before I hit record that said it was down to Kenny and Kalen. And of course, Kalen just come out and claimed that he's absolutely not going anywhere. Kenny Dillingham sounds like a coach that has already interviewed, maybe multiple times, and has already made some kind of a decision. I guess we're going to find out. I don't know if there's going to be any kind of NC2A violations out of this. I still think the NC2A is a joke. And I don't know why programs don't tell them to get effed if they try to give them violations, because they don't have any power anymore. I think everything ought to be on a conference level. I mean, let's just be real. And of course, we've talked about this, college football is the Wild West anyway. You got the ACC that's got different tiebreakers than any other conference. And I'm like, how can you be trying to put somebody into the same college football playoff when everybody's got different ways of doing shit in conference? It's so stupid. That drives me nuts. Everything should be uniformed and the same. And I mean, can you imagine that in the NFL? Now we're going to run the AFC North differently than the AFC South. No, ain't nobody letting that happen. Tell me what you think. Kenny Dillingham sounds like a dude that's taking the Michigan job. I may be wrong. Maybe trying to get a raise. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.